Do you feel judged? If you feel judged, who's judging you? Is it your mother, your father, your brother, your sister? Is it your partner, your friend? Is it your boss? Is it God? What I've come to understand is that the only thing that keeps us out of love is our own self-judgment. We're the judge. We put things on ourselves based on things that we've been domesticated into believing. We've been domesticated into believing that Santa Claus judges us and that if we're naughty, we get a lump of coal. Is Santa Claus real? We get the idea that there is this being we call God that is going to judge us and send us to either hell or to heaven. But yet, God is love. If God is love, then God cannot judge, because judgment is the opposite of love. The only place that judgment exists is within the human mind, within your mind. So the thing that keeps you from doing things is your own self-judgment. Now, how do you stop self-judging? Well, when you're self-judging, you're judging because you have an expectation that you're not meeting. And so the question then you've got to ask yourself is, well, what is the expectation? What is the expectation I'm not meeting that I'm criticizing myself about? And then, did I set that expectation, or is that someone else's expectation I'm trying to live up to? Then you can take it even further and say, is the expectation that I set for myself realistic? Within my own mind, is it realistic? We judge ourselves to be failures on things we set, but we set the bar so high and we think that we can have an immediate consequence of what we desire, when in fact, everything in life is a part of a journey. So everything is constantly unfolding. So there's no need to judge yourself. Well, I'm not there yet. Well, yeah, that's because you're on the journey. Well, I went off this direction. Yeah, you went off on a sidetrack. Okay, come back to the main path. You have a compass, and your compass is your heart. And your compass, your heart, knows exactly what's right for you. Here's the great thing about your compass. Your heart, it doesn't judge. Your heart doesn't judge. It's only your ego that judges. And your ego has been framed by society, by mom and dad, conditioned, domesticated. Sandy says, my heart seeks joy. I love that. My heart seeks love. The awareness and acceptance of my wholeness. The awareness and acceptance of everybody else's wholeness. I know that joy is a part of love, but it's only a part of love. Love is a state of being the observer, the state of perfect balance. Joy is one side of the equation. I think that's one of the things that we get caught up on. That's one of the illusions. That's one of the unrealistic expectations, is that we can be joyful all the time. No, we can experience joy, but to experience joy, there has to be the opposite. And we have to know the opposite to experience joy. Otherwise, we wouldn't know it exists. Think about this. If everyone was wearing black pants, would you know that they were wearing black pants? You only know if they're wearing black pants if someone is wearing white pants or green pants or blue pants, and we've given the label to one type of pant as black. But if all there are is black, we don't know that black exists because there's nothing to compare it against. You see, that's the beauty of living in contrast. In contrast, we can have experience because there are opposites and degrees of opposites that we get to experience. That's part of life. You're not going to get rid of it. It's part of the journey. The question is, are you on your journey or are you on someone else's journey? Did you consciously create the path that you're taking? Are you even on the path that you want to create? Or are you off the path? When you feel bad, negative emotions, that's telling you, I'm not on my path. I've steered. And that's my heart telling me, get back on the path. When you're on the path, you feel good. But when you go off the path, which we do because our ego wanders, we have a wandering ego. Its job is to keep us locked into the past, fearful of the future, trying to fit in. We've been taught self-judgment. We can unteach ourselves self-judgment. And when we unteach self-judgment, we enter into love, self-love. You see, self-love and self-judgment are opposite sides of the coin. If you're judging, you're not in love. And if you're love, you're not judging. Contemplate that as you live out this perfect day that you get to create. In love, without judgment, make it a great day. Love ya and aloha.